Hello and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 10th. My lives are going to be, I'm not going to say they're going to be. Right now is sporadic. It's a lot going on in the world and I really can't. It's hard to not only keep up, but for me, it's definitely hard to be like talking about everything else. When the truth is what's happening is extremely important to me. And it is something that I want to be like aware of and be watching. And it's just trippy. I'm sitting here in the car right now. I told y'all I can't drive in the dark. So instead of me, I'm coming in at 9 o'clock this week so far. Because now that daylight savings time happened, I can't see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting ready to pretend that I can't see. And so it's 8:06. Sophia's bus just arrived. And then as soon as she drives past, I'll be on my way. And I will show up at 9. But yeah, it's a lot going on in the world, y'all. It is way too much. It is trippy to try to have your attention be in so many places that don't have even really nothing to do with you personally. But at the same time, it does. This is going to affect all of us. And I know I've been hooting and hollering since last year about stocking up and having stockpiles of things, because your boy getting in office meant exactly this. It meant exactly this. It always has meant it. And, you know, I know when he first got in, I was extremely shook. You know what I mean? And I shared that with somebody, and they basically told me they didn't give a damn, blah, blah, blah. So me and that person absolutely fell out. Because it directly affects me as well. You know what I mean? And so, and it did, as y'all know. And as I stated over the last year, you know, some of the stuff I was going through wasn't too much. Like, I didn't get into a whole bunch of details, but, you know, and even still, you know, my livelihood is still in danger. And it just is what it is. I just got to do my part. But, yeah, there's really, as far as this war is concerned, you know, a lot of semantics are being used, and it's pretty annoying to watch. You know, just because you didn't say you declared war, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, please. It's a lot of stuff you didn't say or do. Let me get in front of y'all real quick. It's a lot of stuff you didn't say, and stuff is still happening. So like I've been saying, you know, the whole idea of this being illegal, you can't do this and you can't do that. Everything that's been happening has been illegal and you can't do it. And it's against the Constitution. You know what I mean? Like, we witnessing somebody really go through and be like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I don't even know if he wants to do it as much as he feels like he has to, because you so compromised by, you know, the Epstein files. So we can only imagine the portion of the files that we have not seen. You know what I mean? What we already know is absolutely disgusting, and just it calls for a public, you know, execution at this point. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are compromised. Almost everybody is, which is why everybody is participating and just letting these things happen. And so, yeah, a lot of people are going down. And I think, oh boy, if he can, he wants to be able to die while he's in place. You know? And it's just trippy, you know? Now, a couple of things as far as this is concerned. The Iranian prime minister said that he would not be using missiles to strike the USA. What he didn't say, and what he doesn't have to say, because he, number one, wasn't asked that, but number two, again, they have the right to defend themselves. What he didn't say was that doesn't mean sleeper cells or that the USA won't be attacked in other ways. It might not be a missile strike, but it could be all other types of ways to be attacked. You know what I mean? And so, but that's what he said. And I believe him. And, you know, the fact is we took the first shot. And there's nothing you could do or say. I mean, you could do whatever you want and you could try to say whatever you want if you strike anybody or anything first. And then their reaction is what it is. Even if it's an overreaction. You know what I mean? It's just like you don't get to start none and think it won't be none. And so that's what I'm seeing right now. Iran does not have a nuke. And this idea that, you know, having a nuke is about leverage. Who gets to decide who has leverage? They don't need to have a nuke. They have something else we want, which is oil. Which, to me, should be the number one reason why, if anything, they would have a nuke. We have the oil and we have a nuke. The idea that we have a very precious resource and you're telling me that I can't use the ultimate weapon to protect it is crazy. Like, who are you supposed to be? Now, when it comes to how many soldiers, when they saying the 7th soldier, like I said, we being lied to and gaslit like nobody's business. I mean, there's going to have to be a documentary. This needs to be studied. You talking about peer-reviewed, studied. You know how many PhD dissertations is going to be on everything that's going on here? It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. But yeah, soldiers are gone. And that's just the truth. You cannot fire down on an air base or any kind of military installation and then say 6 people are gone. Okay, so where was everybody else? That was the point the reason why I put those pictures up is to show, like, if you see all those tents, you think I could occupy each tent? We in them tents bunked up 2 apiece, probably about 40 bunkers. So what are we talking about? If you completely obliterate a base, they got to be gone. They got to be gone or hurt or still there hiding, and it's just not being reported right now. You know what I mean? Then gas in California is $8. I know I paid like $3.40. Yesterday? It's just trippy. Now, my biggest concern about this whole who's going to get nuked and how that's all going to play out, my concern is, which I feel like I haven't heard anybody address, and it's if they want to try to drop a nuke on Iran doesn't have a nuke to retaliate in that way. But Russia and China does. And will they drop a nuke as a retaliation for them? Because it's their fight as well. It's definitely, you know, China got a problem right now because they hit Iran's oil refinery, and that big black cloud of smoke, that big black cloud of smoke is in the air, and now it's like contaminated the clouds. And those clouds, as we know, move. The earth is rotating, okay? The clouds have moved, and the clouds are moving into China. China gonna have a problem with this because this is a problem for their people. And China's going to have the right to feel attacked because their allies being attacked. They can't help them. And now that your attack on somebody else is getting ready to affect my people directly, they could choose to see that as a threat and an attack on them. And that could easily be a problem. And I don't see why it wouldn't be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. And so if they try to nuke Iran, who's to say that Russia won't jump in or China won't jump in and be like, okay, Iran don't have, they might not have one, but we do. We do. And so, but it's trippy because we have one and Israel has one. But the truth is we're fighting on behalf of Israel right now. And that's the truth. That's the truth. I just saw this morning that he was blaming his whole staff. Hegseth, Miller, he's blaming all of them, saying they told him that we were going to be attacked, and so I felt like we needed to do something about it. That's what he said they told them. They told him. So, of course, the blame game and the finger point and the gaslighting. You know what I mean? And so, even though we know Iran supposedly Iran supposedly has been trying to have a nuke for the last 20 years or so. When the truth is, you know, that was everybody's projection, an idea that they would or should have one. But what they have been doing in the last 20 years is looking at what happened in Afghanistan and Iraq. And they said, okay, we're gonna be ready. We're going to be ready. And if you don't believe that deep in the mountains and in them grounds, they missiles is big, they there. They there. They there. It's just a mess. It is a mess. But like I said, the Prime Minister said he will not attack the United States with missiles, but it doesn't mean the United States won't be attacked by Iran in some kind of way. However, do not be surprised if the United States does experience an attack and blames Iran for it, but it's absolutely an inside job. From what we're discovering now, the whole 9/11, yikes. Oh my goodness. So, again, they could either use a nuke or they could declare victory and retreat. Or everybody could see who's going to run out of missiles first. But from what we could tell, everybody's, there is no perfect systems. And so, no matter what, the Iron Dome, as we know, is tired. The Iron Dome said, wait a minute now, hold up. Okay, it did what it could do. And it's probably still trying and choking and somebody need to slide some oil to the Iron Dome. But it's just trippy all the way through. Like, damn. I hate this. Everything is about to go all the way up. They about to break the economy down. They said, damn a missile. Damn a missile. If you can't get to no oil, everything you buy. Listen, y'all, like I've been saying, save up some coins and make sure you stockpiling, because the 5 is getting ready to be high, and I can't pay the 5. But the truth is, I've been saying it since last year, and I went to the store every time I told y'all I was going to go. I went every time. I went every time. I just made me some rice the other day. I was like, ooh, let me use it out my mason jar. Let me use it out my mason jar. And so, it's not good, guys. It's not good. And I feel like a lot of people are living their life like this isn't happening. You know, just doing shit. Right now, I really don't feel like doing anything. And not because I'm trying to, like, be a part of gloom and doom. But it's just like, right now, you're not going to really be able to get me to spend too much money doing no bullshit. I'm not trying to be where a lot of people are for real. I don't even want to be at work, to be honest. And I wish they would. I mean, you can only wish, but they, because as a whole, the United States doesn't care. The trickle down effect when it comes to that is not economics. It's just only the politics part. It's like, why y'all not sending me home when gas about to be $8? That's getting ready to sit a lot of people down. If these gas prices do that, that's going to sit a lot of people down, because then you're really going to have to decide whether a bill can be paid or whether you can have gas to get to where you're going. You know what I mean? And let alone if you don't drive a car. You know what I mean? How fast can MTA or somebody or your system put that price up? How fast can they put these prices up? Because if they could do it without legislation, they're going to. They are going to. If they could do it without a vote, they're going to. And they're going to have to. Because we live in capitalistic America, and everything is about people's bottom line. And these rich people, they're not going without their money. And you're going to pay. You're going to pay, I'm going to pay. And all that. You're going to pay. But yeah, just, whoever your holy power is, stay prayed up, baby. We all about to die. We are about to die, honey. Meanwhile, I'm on my way to work. Like, I give a doggone, because I do not. I'm going to handle my business, and that is the most and the minimum that I'm going to do. I could barely think. I could barely think. It's hard, and it's even for me, you know, it's just hard to talk about other things that entertains me or that I'm interested in, because it's just like, we about to die, y'all. They trying to, and let me tell you, if they gonna nuke, it's given. I'm not trying to be a part of the apocalypse. I don't want to be the Walking Dead. I'm trying to go on that first blast. Let me out of here. I'm not trying to be a survivor. I'm not. If they're going to do it, it's like, go ahead. Go ahead and just make sure the square mileage and the square radius is enough to get me. Because I'm really not trying to be a part of watching on TV, how people, you know, all of the aftermath. I'm not trying to be a part of watching that. We had a good run, but the end of the American empire is here. It is here. They tried to change the currency to crypto. Let's go ahead and put that on the back burner right now. Let's go ahead and do that. That's number one. And number two. They done got rid of all the bases just about in the Middle East. Those will not be rebuilt. Those will not be rebuilt. So that effectively ends the occupancy that we have been having over there for the last, 20, 30 years or so. And those were expensive bases as far as, you know, all you have to do and pay to not only stand them up, but to keep them going. They about gone. The lights in Tel Aviv is out. Netanyahu's brother died. Meanwhile, the new what do they call it? Ayatollah. The new Ayatollah of Iran, his whole family got killed. His wife, his father, I think his son. So that new Iran Ayatollah, he pissed. He's heated. And at this point, they don't want a ceasefire. Because they like, you started. We were trying to negotiate with y'all 2 times. And on both times, you attacked us during negotiation. So, yeah. I agree. With any ceasefire. You know what I mean? You started, and now whatever. It's clever, is what they're saying, Iran, and they have every right to defend themselves. Just like Gaza does, just like Ukraine does. You know what I mean? And keep in mind, while Russia is an ally to Iran, they're still bombing Ukraine. And Israel is still bombing Gaza and the Palestinians. I mean, how many missiles do y'all got? We're going to see. We are going to see. But it doesn't make any sense, right? Because here's the crazy part. I mean, not that there's only one part, but one of the crazy parts is, so we don't necessarily agree with Russia and the Ukraine fight. But now that we can't get no oil, we're letting Russia purchase and send oil. But Russia is allies with Iran, and Iran is our enemy. This is why people drink as soon as they wake up. This is why the blunt needs to already be rolled when people wake up. This is why wake and bake is a thing. What? And then we supposed to realistically go to work and be caring about what's going on there? Man, and on top of not making enough money to pay for anything we got going on. Please. Please. Because Lord knows I'm over here trying to MacGyver my way through freaking out Sophia's summer. What's she going to do for the summer? How's that going to work? I'm getting ready to give her a key because I'm going to need her to figure out how to get in and out the house. You know what I mean? And it's just trippy because, you know, the generation we're raising, or that even though I had my baby late, it's just still like they don't know nothing about what Generation X went through. You know what I mean? And just being like, yo, being latchkey kids. No, and at this point, and I'm from the P's. So at the end of the day, it's like, of course I had a key to my mother's house. Yeah, and we walked to school. You know what I'm saying? And then when it was time to take the bus or the train, that's just you just automatically knew what you needed to do. I don't remember my mother OD waking me up every morning and just stressing me out the way I got to do Sophia. I'd be so annoyed every time. Like, she act like she don't hear this damn alarm. And she don't, clearly. She's living her best sleeping life, getting her dream on. She jamming to the sound of the alarm. She must be. And I'm always frustrated, like, oh my God, not only am I annoyed that I'm up, but I'm trying to get her up. But the point is, it's getting ready to be time to teach her, train her up in the way she should go, which is, I need you to have a key and be able to get in the house. And at minimum practice, when the days that I'm going to be home, those are the days I want her to come home on the bus and then walk in. I'll be home when you walk in and use your key. And then, you know, as time goes on, it's like, you should be able to do this without a problem. It just ain't like you got to walk through a whole project. It ain't like you got to walk past a whole bunch of people and all the stuff that we was going through, at least from where I'm from, you know what I mean? But she ain't got to worry about that. And so it's like, so I'm choosing not to be like extremely afraid of that. Like, I'm trying to rear her to be independent, and a part of being independent is going to be this. It's not that I'm saying she's going to be home at 10 years old by herself, but she certainly should know how to take a key and open the door and get in. You know what I mean? And I need her to do that with confidence. And I'm going to have to train her up early for this, because like I said, if gas going to be my whole check, a gallon, I got to figure out if I'm still going to be able to go to work or not. Because those are the decisions people are going to have to make, whether they can even have their job anymore, because can you even afford to go to work now if gas is going to be up? And that's wild. It's just wild. It's wild. And Israel wants to do, I mean, we're talking, they're trying to do a hostile takeover right before our eyes in real time. That's what we watching. I could use the check now. I mean, I don't want my car damaged, but I could use a check. But yeah, so I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, am I scared? Yeah. I am. And I think everybody should be, and not because you're trying to cause panic. It's just that it's like, okay, this is something we ain't never seen before. What's going on? What's going down? We ain't never seen no mess like this before. Look, immediately clogged up. It's all good though. I got 30 minutes to get from here to my job. Let's see. But anyway, I'm about to go. But I just wanted to come on and talk about this a little bit, because it's crazy, it's sad, it's scary. And a lot more people are going to get hurt before this is over. That is a fact. And ain't no telling how long this could go on. It is 90 million people in Iran. 90 million. And as we know, we don't have a record of winning wars. We be at wars. We be starting with people. We be starting fights and stuff. And then, but we not out here winning wars. The last time we won a war was World War II. And we did have to drop a nuke. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, because you're not winning without it. You ain't winning without having to do the most. You ain't going in front of me, sir. Sorry. I don't have time for that to be clogging my eyesight up. But anyway, yeah, so. And again, if a nuke is dropped on Iran, it's not going to be ours. It's just going to be ours as far as, you know, what we're doing on behalf of Israel. Which, again, is a tragedy. It's a tragedy when you see that people can't, say America first, which was the whole campaign, is America first. And now you got our politicians really standing behind a podium talking about we have to make sure A, B, C, and D happens for Israel. What? Israel is more than capable of defending themselves. They have their own nukes. They have their own. They can do it. They can do it. But again, it's the compromise for me. That's how compromised our government is up under these Epstein files. It's that bad. It's so bad that you could campaign on putting our stuff, your country first, only to find out that you've been getting blackmail for the last 30 years. And it ain't funny. It's just that it's just trippy funny. Like, wow. Wow. Everybody is compromised. So if you want to know if Jeffrey Epstein was an international spy for the Mossad, the answer is yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just trippy, and there's no way around it. Unless he's willing to just say, hey, like I said, he could easily gaslight everybody and declare victory and say, you know, we've got what we needed, we're good, and then retreat. But we know that ain't the truth. But if the ego is involved, then a nuke will be used. A nuke will be used. And like I said, who is to say that Russia or China or Korea won't use their nuke as a way to retaliate for their friend, ally? Because they're dying to do it. Korea is dying to push the button. China definitely wants to push the button. Putin don't mind. He don't mind. But he don't even need to do it. He don't need to do nothing like that to Ukraine. He already got them kind of down. You know what I'm saying? But it's just trippy. It's just trippy all around. This is a case of, because we are compromised, we are all up in another country's business and literally putting them first. It's just trippy. It's trippy all the way around. So yeah, the next time I go to the store, I'm definitely getting ready to be getting me tissue, water, batteries, candles. And I might have to go and invest in me a generator for real. Because remember I told you I had bought one and I had paid the $5 for it. I was pissed. And then of course the snow was like, we not coming. Not like that. And then I brought it back. But now, like the way that Tel Aviv don't have no energy, no lights. Wait, what? So now they are leveled. They're looking like Tel Aviv out here looking like Gaza. And they don't have no lights. They don't have no power. So the only light you're going to have is to see that missile coming. Never to know where it's going to land. Next to you or right on top of your head. God help us all. Well, like I said, I'm trying to go on that first nuke round. Let's go. I'm done with this anyway. If I'm here, I'm here. But if they're going to drop a nuke, it's like, I really don't want to be a part of watching the aftermath. And then I got to go into homelessness and poorness, because once you do something like that, the domino effect is very real. And the domino effect of what already has happened is real. The United States will be taking forever to recover from this. It's going to be expensive for us. You think it's expensive now? It's going to be expensive for us from henceforth. From henceforth. And so again, I'm trying to get up out of here. I want to go somewhere where we ain't trying to drain their resources. We don't really want nothing from them. We ain't asking them for nothing. We don't need nothing from them. That's where I'm trying to go if I leave the country. I want our country to not need nothing from them wherever I go. And it's unfortunate because that limits a lot of places. But that doesn't mean you can't have a good life in certain places. You know what I mean? But life is easier and cheaper and less racist in a lot of other places. It really is. And I didn't say racism didn't exist. I said it's less racist. less. And I ain't say you didn't have to pay. I said it's much cheaper. And the weather, it could be better, depending on where you're trying to go. Okay? The food is better. You're not being poisoned with your food. The health care is more available. The United States is not the only place in the world. And at this point, you can't afford it anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's the real gaslighting of it all. Like, oh, we got access to this. We don't have access to a damn thing. That's a lie. We ain't got no damn democracy. The hell? Is anybody's eyes open? Can you hear? Can you see? Okay. Our democracy is alleged. So-called. It's not real. As we can see. As we are literally witnessing. Yeah, I'll be there on time unless something else is happening and I can't see ahead. Okay, yeah, but still, is this yeah, see, I need to drive when the lights is on. I ain't got time to be shooken when it's too dark. I be like, I can't see. And I gotta try to drive over 4 to 6 lanes. Am I going the wrong way? Where am I? Ain't no way I'm going the wrong way. I don't be going north, so I should have already, I don't be going north like that. Ain't no way all this is north. Tripping, right? I'm tripping. Anyway, I'm about to go. I should be to work on time. I don't know when's the next time I'm going to be up here because what I'm supposed to keep talking about. The bombs. Like, you see what I'm saying? And it just seems trippy right now to me and disingenuous personally to talk about anything else because it's like anybody else that I talk about right now can afford the life that I can't. So damn what they got going on. I don't give a damn. Okay? I need to get to the damn store and make sure I got enough water. Because right now, Tel Aviv is about to run out of water in the next week and a half. Drinking water. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get caught slipping, y'all. Do not get caught slipping, especially without water. I don't care if your water is stacked to the ceiling. Go on and grab them 32 packs. That's certainly what I'm about to be doing. I already got 2, but that ain't enough. That ain't enough. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Try not to let nobody piss you off. It is enough going on in the world, and Lord knows I got a meeting coming up on Thursday that, in my mind, I'm already pissed. I'm already pissed, but I'm going to prep myself ahead of time because I'm like, first of all, I'm going to make sure that meeting is true. If it is true, I want to know what the topics are. Don't just put me on a meeting and then think you're going to surprise me with any information. I'm not playing that game. If that happens, I will need somebody else in that meeting to witness what's being said to me. I haven't done anything or anything like that, but I don't like surprises. I don't like cold calls and stuff like that. Like, no. Don't just be calling and then thinking I'm about to do work and work. No. So, but yeah, I already got something in my mind that might get ready to piss me off. So I got to confirm that today and then prep for whatever that might be if it's true. But I'm telling y'all, don't let nothing piss y'all off. It's not worth it. It's enough going on in the world, okay? The missiles are exploding, okay? Iran sent out a freaking warhead missile that had 80 warheads on it. There was no way the Iron Dome was going to be able to intercept that, because by the time the Iron Dome found the one missile that got shot out, that missile would have already released all 80 of the extra missiles. And that's why Tel Aviv looked the way it looks, and that's why everybody is in shock. This is the real shock in our campaign. This is the real shock in our campaign. One missile with 80 bombs. Iran is not playing. Yikes. Anyway, like I said, don't let nobody piss you off, because it ain't worth it, okay? You can just turn on the TV and get pissed off that way. Y'all have a good day, and I will do the same, okay? That is the plan. I will do the same. And like I said, get y'all crap together. Don't get caught slipping without your basic necessities. That's what you need to put your money up on. I had to return something for Walmart the other day. I told them to put it on a gift card, because in my mind, girl math is the money's already spent. But even though I returned it, I didn't want it put back on my card. I didn't want it cash right there. And I said, just put it on a card. And then I was like, Dad, I need to go to the store. And I realized I got $40 on a Walmart gift card right now. That's where I'm going to go get my water, my batteries, me some tissue. You know what I mean? Things that wasn't necessarily on my list that I have to go get. Because in my mind, I got some. I'm not getting caught slipping. Every time I need a water or a piece of tissue, I want it to be right there. Because Lord knows, if I got the shelter in place for any reason, or they say, oh, it's too dangerous, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, Or if it just becomes that for me, I really don't need nobody to tell me how to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? But if it becomes that for me, the last thing I want to be doing is getting tossed up in a Walmart behind no damn tissue. Okay? So, yeah, I got me $40 on the gift card, and I'm going to use that. Make sure I have battery. I'm getting batteries, candles, tissue, and water. And I'll only be able to get one of each, because as we know, you got to pay the $5 in order to get them. You see what I'm saying? And so, but it's more important for me to use that on that than for anything else, like random, and that I really don't need. But because it's going to be, what, $7, $8 for tissue, $7, $8 for batteries. I could do 5 or 6 candles. You see what I'm saying? And a pack of water will probably be like $7. I might be able to do 1 or 2. You know what I mean? But y'all get my point. So whatever's left, I just buy a bag of chips. I guess a pack of sunflower seeds will be good. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day, and I'll do the same. Be easy, y'all. Take care and prepare. Do not just be walking around oblivious, pretending that what's going on in the world right now is only going on somewhere else. It's coming for us, and it's coming for us economically, not necessarily in the form of an explosion. Even though, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if something major happened, if we had an event in the United States. I wouldn't put it past anybody to be responsible for it. But nevertheless, they might do it just to wake everybody up a little bit more. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.